Welcome everyone to another Linux PA-RISC live stream, this time with a fancy second camera also, just at the corner, but because we're not. Also, we are off to a not so good start because somehow I had to reboot this from the network, still the same failing stuff, just like yesterday. But not only did I should have actually my own stuff in multitasking, my own recommendations. Next time, like yesterday, this happened of everything failing. I should have just already prepared here, multitasking this setup tool one scripting stuff. Also, I posted under the videos, I actually found already the issue, some also the updates to Payload, the PA-RISC loader, because you never have too many bootloaders. Also drop frames. So Payload, I was confused that we had version 2.0 and they now have 2.14, but it turns out this were not that many text writes, it's only 0.1, and then like they skipped there a lot, like 1, 10, 11, 12, 14, so yeah, it's not like we missed 14 releases. However, stuck services, really bloody uncooperative bootloader. I already saw there in their changes, because last summer, if you watch this PA-RISC stuff, when I got the stuff donated freshly there, we had this errors also of file system corruption, and it turns out so this 2.10 or so release is supposed to fix this corrupt file system, so it was not an unsuccessful one distribution random stuff, except not using the latest and greatest version. This was simply, this stuff was not amazing. So turns out this was ext stuff expects in the first blocks now since some years, especially reserved blocks for resizing. So some resize I know, the more you know, right? Learning that here live on this channel. So yeah, that is the stuff. So much to why do we get so much random errors? Like, yeah, that was by design and actual bugs there. So let's finally get to, well, hopefully less annoying than yesterday. Mount better FS. So basically, unfortunately, continuing where we left off yesterday, finally getting this nicely set up, and then of course integrated in an installable ISO. So root FS, and as per usual, just developing also here mount option, because this is buffer over underrun and uninitialized memory, diatlibc and ambutils. And so yeah, it's just the usual sharing here of supporting Linux distribution, running a Linux distribution, and supporting all this stuff and testing, and yeah, also before virtualization. Move or bind doesn't matter too much unless we wanna switch root that. If we just change root it, we could also bind mount it, def this. So this means we need serial terminal stuff, and then change root and root fs, also bin bash. And so I slightly wonder what to have in the network config, maybe dhcp, because we DHCP, does it work? The problem is we don't have job control, so due to booting this with auth and stuff, and we don't have job controls, it's always, if we once run here something S0, probably that has a chance to work, because if we once mess here something up and run here something that doesn't terminate, then maybe it works. Oh, wait a second, this didn't terminate. I hope it works. Download Payload, because if we once run here something that doesn't terminate, we are screwed. And yeah, so let's finally run. I said yesterday, should we install the latest versions? Like, yeah, whatever, will be fine. So in retrospect, we should have actually done that. Build package Payload. Actually, we have. Yeah, I should have run it with verbose, but now whatever. Let's better hope that works. Also, we have at least a fallback that is a network booting, which is anyway a good thing. Of course, we have here quite some stuff to run. I rebuilt here a full reference thing on the slower Ryzen 2700 from last year, to run data theoretically. Yeah, that's maybe how many more packages are there. Also, yeah, 2700 if you're interested in that. It's R55 only to go. Yeah, plenty of errors due to also random updates and GNOME stuff and KDE stuff not sorted out. So there would theoretically be this kind of stuff a decade or 15 years, and 15 years ago in 2005 I would have sit weeks if not months to fix all the dependencies and build errors and stuff, because there are patches not applying dependency orders, and also, yeah, unfortunately RSVG of needing Rust now. That is also not yet amazing. But anyway, so then we will run data, and okay, this 700 megahertz. So difference between building this on an Epic Threadripping Ryzen and yeah, 750 megahertz PA-RISC, even just generating the stuff. I should have run it with both though, for a little bit more entertainment. I hope, because now we have no job control count or anything now. But yeah. So why not to make the same mistake as yesterday, and doing some interesting stuff. In another video we tree renized, because nice only sets a priority when we tried actually 1.2 drop frames. I realized the other day when we did here this tree nice thing, why Claire has done this, because we changed this here to tasks, to proc process ID tasks, here ls tasks, and it came to me earlier. It was not also yes something invalid content of what SED expression, what the heck. Yeah, that was a fast build error. Maybe I actually should also, yeah, the speed is serial console. Cross build 0, so far so good. Why did this fail? What have we done there? Maybe I should just cross build it or Perlbit interpreter of heptamen of nah. Yeah, we don't have Perl here. Payload, because once upon a time we could cross compile this mostly, but I'm tired of each release they break it more because it's not supported. And let's just edit that here and disable the help to man thing and hope. Let's give it one more try, otherwise we cross compile it and everything get over. But so this renice stuff of Claire's, this was actually meant, because I was wondering what the heck is going on. So this was actually not designed, because what we wanted to do is renice all the OBS threads, because I'm not really sure if potentially the scheduler might not honor the yeah, also if you have more Linux scheduler experience and read the sources. But so long story short, what I did here was like modernize and stuff, like, yeah, I actually broke this. So this was for PID, and I commented this out, and so we need to comment this in. Theoretically we could also actually do this on this Ryzen, because never too many virtual machines and servers and stuff at your fingertip, because here we can nicely, so this was designed for you build T2 like this, build target, and you build like Firefox or OpenOffice or Linux kernel on a like decade ago 800 megahertz PowerPC or something, and then you want to renice that to +20 for background task, because you also use it as your workstation and stuff. And this is why this wasn't even designed for threads. So yeah, this is why this didn't behave. But it's probably a good idea to support both use cases of this tree nice. So let's support both. This would be that, and so like actually we still have this commented out. So actually I don't need to revert this. I just need to this whatever was with that. So PS. So this okay. So this is probably kind of doing the same once with PS. Nilla 33 interrupts. Local IQ save goes. What exactly do you mean? So, what did I comment it out there for that revision of, for this stuff, do this main function? Okay, I mean, fair enough for also the syntax grab stuff too, also, yeah, okay, fine, whatever. So here is really nice, this thread. So here is new, really nice, new priority. Why does it SED stuff away? Let's really nice. Is this just polishing the output, or let's just PSAX of really nice, like 20p. Let's just use here dash or whatever. Old priority, new priority. Why does it? Okay, maybe 19 is the max. Process old something. SED. So this is substituting there. That would look like. Ah, copied this. Very clever. Doesn't appear to substitute. I mean, it's also a little bit superfluous, this stuff, and not really sure what this SED was supposed to do there. But basically, so what then really nice of what is P exactly doing? PID interprets the succeeding argument as process ID, which is the default, so why specify it if it's the default? Okay, fine. Maybe it wasn't the default decades ago, but also does it support more than one argument? Identifier specifies the interprets the succeeding arguments, so this is plural, multiple. So then we could certainly do this in one line here, not to have this multiple times. So really nice, new priority of, or can we actually? Yeah. Because actually it would be more tricky to just do the one. So just I probably delete this. That probably should work like that, because this, in my opinion, probably did not really do much anyway. So, and then do the same for all the, because so I previously commented this out, but this is actually for the case of renicing all of this. So this would be PSAX, or does it? Maybe it does. Let's see if it bash tree-nice of build target. Does it? Oh no, PID. It also wants obviously like 20. So this apparently worked. So this is actually what I actually edited away so much to that fun stuff here. So yeah, I would think that probably should be good. So one more mystery solved. Restored recursive child tree nice accident or wiped misunderstood in, oops, this is, nah, okay, fine, 40 left, misunderstood in this, in this probably was that one. So now it does child like it did previously, plus the threads. That probably should cover all bases. So let's see what is our payload doing. Hey, payload build, amazing. So this payload does not only support ext4 finally, because yes, previous video, microkernel, bootloader stuff, boot x234 and stuff support in your bootloader and potentially U-boot, and payload and grub2 and the Linux kernel and user space stuff. So it would be, in my opinion, really nice to have this. Even nicer. So, by the way, how long did this build? I scrolled up already, but there we have it. So 9, so actually not that long. I mean, it built in 46 minutes, seconds. Not too bad. So the only thing is we probably want to back up this and reinitialize this. So copy boot everything from boot, which is our kernel stuff, to boot 2. And yeah, lost and found, thank you very much. And then actually, so payload conf, let's redo this rather annoying payload conf. So I slightly wonder what it needs here then, though. Did it actually work with that? I'm actually not entirely sure. So what was it? This was payload. Oh, that was wrong. Man payload. Yeah, see. I mean, this kind of man pages is like, okay, so maybe we have not rerun this. So where was that? Of payload format S, let's try 3. Should this not support 4? Why does it not have? No, whatever. Config file, something, command line, init partitioned. Initialize pre-partitioned, usually hard drive. The partition is not modified, requires only CNP, though K is customary and prudent. So -I was it? What does it do? Does not contain a partition table. Create a partition of F0, holds a bootloader, possibly kernel image, and possibly run. ROM is also super old terminology, right? I called init RD already, but also 5 to 6 megabyte is probably a good size. What the heck? But let's hope that works. Always a little bit. Nah. Did it run? Initializing SDA1SX3. So I would hope that finally worked. Let's mount this. So yeah, this is freshly empty, and I slightly wonder, well, you know what, copy just in case this breaks, but thank you very much. Ext4 generate body group 0 block bitmap and inconsistent. Nah, maybe this. Yeah, I mean this bootloader continues to impress, right? And theoretically, it said they would support embedding it now before, like IPL before. Like not even necessarily writing it in their reserve blocks, but before that. Why did they not do that? Is this not the latest version or what? Or don't tell me that I not run SVN up. 2.0. Shit. Good that we built the old bootloader again. Darn it. Do we have SVN up or? Did I not commit this? What? 214. 214 looks like 214. Why did it not build 214? It extracted 214. Maybe we had this. Was it changed? That does not make the most sense, except if this tarball is wrong. The amazement of modern Git checkouts. Yeah. Old-fashioned bootloaders, maybe this URL gives us an old tag. Is it possible? Snapshot payload. Directory name has 214. What the heck? That doesn't compute. It says payload 200. That is bizarre. Why do we not have? Oh, this is wrong. Maybe can it be that there would be the version 2. This is not. It should be 2.10.20 something. Where do they have the version? Payload version 214. Something didn't fully build there. This is, or is the date? Maybe the date is wrong. Oh no, 2020. How did that happen? Somehow there's always something though. So GCC is building stuff. Does it also install? Maybe it didn't install. Root install. No, it installed. What it installed to .root as bin. What the heck? Okay, that explains a thing. Why is everything prefixed with a dot? Oh man. Good that we test this natively, because usually I cross-build most stuff. Did I delete this already? Or you should sometimes compile natively. temporarily for folks who still have the old Linux makefile. If not equal, what? Destia.root? Are you completely freaking kidding me? Who thought that is a freaking good idea? Oh man, you can't make this shit up, really not. I mean, my precious time here. In case you were wondering, some people getting increasingly triggered on some forums about my critical thinking here, but yeah, this is this kind of shit I've seen for over 20 years now, and believe me, after a while it gets a little bit old. So basically we probably can... Hello, serial terminal, why did this hang now? Yeah. Somehow something is here, not happy with the serial terminal stuff. So basically we can run this destia always, because apparently otherwise it's set to .root, because some amazing developer thought that is a super good idea. Let's rebuild that again. It takes only... Oh, wait a second, we can... This is a single processor, but do we have... that even prints out something somewhat nicely. Cool stuff. Yeah, we have one, so theoretically we probably not only tempfs, but yeah, we have one there. Just one old config. Oh darn. Anyway, so yeah, that is the usual stuff of maintaining exotic architectures, and also compile speed wise. Also GCC getting bloody slow. We could theoretically, while we wait for... Oh, did this finish? By the way, so this is, as I said this previously, setting here some nice new build farm stuff up and so on, and continuous integration kind of, and testing and automated ISO building and everything. Because T2, so amazing, one unsuccessful single guy can cross-compile all the stuff here in his basement or office. So this board does this power state suspending to mem pretty nice. A couple of times I suspended, so the resume count, offset, what? Resume offset, no. Wake up count is already 5. So it survived a couple of suspends to memory, just in case you were wondering. So far, so hopefully, yeah, so far so good, I guess. And so let's run here this mail update thing. I've run this yesterday, so it's basically previously our kind of sort of data bot, and I had to revert some things because didn't test it enough, so testing, more testing. So letting this, so previously I only had this run here on my workstation and manually like Control-C aborted some random stuff because I had to revert some stuff here of, well, not that much, but yeah, because you see here 91 and strong swarm 6DR2 and CA35, yeah, so much to version comparison, doing some random nonsense. Also, who is of, nah, not really sure this should, yeah, not sure. I probably need to debug my, also, yeah, it's some old C++ code, it's not the most amazing, I probably should rewrite this in pure Lua or something. But so all the other stuff, so this is data bot running. Also, yeah, some shit happened here in like libaom. Also, so okay, it did here, yeah, 200. So whatever that is, maybe I should debug this. Why it updated this from 200 to checking and checking to updates and updates to forums. I hope that doesn't do it again. Or next time I probably need to debug this AI stuff. But otherwise, super nice updates. And so the difference is now I will run this nightly soon on this machine. And there are even more that I probably should go through manually. I mean, some stuff results in random bullshit, unfortunately. I need to improve this or probably rewrite it in Lua because this C++ code that we tested a decade ago, not the super most amazing. Also theoretically, if you're in this video disk recorder stuff, then maybe you want to test that. But otherwise, here is a lot of stuff that does not, like, maybe not VX widgets or stuff, and netsurf and links that just either doesn't build some dependencies or patches. So probably is this alone this stuff, but I knew parts of them. I knew because we get nightly. I have there 300 accumulated nightly emails. Some of them were of course done here. For example, Lua was done, but also yeah, like this also needs some patching. I knew this already. So basically, just here some other random stuff that didn't auto compile by our data bot is unfortunately for some evening to go through manually. So let's do this payload thing again. Also, maybe we should first something. Thankfully, this recovered payload. Let's see if now we have. So does it do version? It does version. Hey, 2.14 without installing it in a relative ./root path. Amazing. That also means we can. Should we maybe I commit this later? It's also theoretically. Let's beta comment in. This, okay, need to do this. I deleted there some at stage, something, whatever. Anyway, so let's run it. So that was -I format as theoretically it has 4 now. Should we go the risky thing? And yeah, it's, well, 3 is generic. Let's do that. Let's see what happens. And so the new version theoretically should have support to embed this. Unfortunately, it doesn't really print this out here, or does it do this in install time? But yeah. Also, does it embed the IPL already, the initial program loader? Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. Anyway, let's see if it this time goes better off copy boot stuff to boot. Also, yes, I probably should get more used to not using relative paths. A couple of times I already deleted or copied stuff to the wrong directory just from the history. So maybe pro tip, always use more absolute paths or something. So should this have had this installed, or I also slightly wonder if just running payload like this embeds the config, because I'm still wondering where it reads the config from. Probably more sources to read, because unfortunately also reads a freaking manual, often doesn't document the inner workings that precisely. Because we have this etc payload, I slightly wonder, do we, what, new file? VI. I slightly wonder, just payload, what happens? Payload boot media management tool, IPL address. I mean, it's showing that here, so I would also, it prints this stuff out twice because YOLO whatever. So yeah, I guess we could try if it did something and we can finally boot this stuff. Ah, shit. This was still in use by DH client. Something you already know, some stuff like you've done 100 times. I mean, the first time a decade ago I wondered what the heck was going on. But after a few times you already know what you did, and like 5 minutes ago running this manually. Shit, I wanted, recurring theme, this mount is bloody shit, stupid garbage. Then let's use the power button, because just wanted to, I should have moved it and not unmounted, but yeah. Yep, so I prepared also a data test building roles garden, also that failed. We can actually check while we wait for the PA-RISC to boot again, build reference, why does roles garden not build? Maybe some dependency, does it use Qt or what? Abundant toolkit, does it? FFTV, oops. Okay, this is also really stupid, this kind of FFTV of some stuff. This also didn't even build. But no Fortran patch, oops. Anyway, something to maybe the log was from data testing a new version, something of that sort. Yeah, so basically we only wanted, so not only my recurring suggestion not to store machines away, that also we could show you that, which would it be? Probably that. Actually, you know what, let's just run boot and let's see what happens if this has a correct IPL checksum and stuff. Boot, hard booted, that looks like our stuff. Let's see if, hopefully this boots now. Or did I? No, I didn't, shit, I didn't watch what was but yeah, this is Serial Console. So here, at least some progress, yeah, we should have yesterday. I saw there was a new version, I thought, yeah, YOLO, whatever. Probably minor stuff, didn't expect they fixed 2 major things there of file system corruption and embedding before the first partition, but yeah, 2020 bootloader stuff. It's the best bootloaders, obviously, probably, maybe. So this may still not boot fully automatically due to the nature of this bloody mp-utils didelib-C shit. No, yeah, uninitialized there. I said this yesterday already. Earlier we had didelib-C mp-utils for super tiny initRD. Nowadays we need glibc for udev, and if you're not running systemd, but udev and crypt to set up and so on. So mount t better fs o dev sda3 dev sda3. Oh wait, we had this already. Root fs invalid argument. Nah. Why? I specify here none. Option none. So what? No. This is a really mp-utils can't mix this stuff up. Mount t none o move dev root fs dev. But we made progress, right? So this time we have this time we have finally installed this without file system corruption. Amazing progress of 2020. So dev proc this, and if we didn't make any typos, exec switch root. This line is always super dangerous. Also, yeah, because this is even recursively deleting stuff, as far as I remember. Sbin init 3. So exec, if you mistype this exec thing, then you have a panic, because the Linux kernel obviously not as intelligent to respawn a shell. Yep. So the cool thing is we don't have infinite time though. But when did I start today? We are 70, you see, 37 minutes. We need to switch. It's probably a good that I have this camera today. And yes, that's an Octane previous video. So you really don't see much. So you know what, we probably should enable also plug in the USB keyboard. I don't have it plugged in as per yesterday, otherwise it doesn't automatically go into Serial Console, and I'm usually not watching such eagle-eyed to cancel that. So root, and yes, right now it's test, and actually wait a second, maybe we actually had secure shell running though. And what I really also would want to do sometime soon is try whether we can kill all screen, whether we can memory map the frame buffer on the visualize FX there, which I'm not sure if other people have done before. Alright, export, because that is a leak. Darn. Export. Hello, export term color. So yeah, this is now certainly much faster much faster, cooler stuff here. Use a source. So then let's commit the stuff. Also, we would need this stone module that I prepared. Package HPPA payload of SCP, this stone thing too. And then, so what is our data doing? Yeah, darn. I need to debug what's I think it's probably trying to update something without. I need to check the. Yeah, always some. You know what, let's put this on the to do here. This is wrong. Terminal. Data. Or actually scripts commit no inf loop without changes. So payload here, this revert across help to man. Actually theoretically we could we could also make this if Perl is not installed additionally, probably if at stage cross or not package installed Perl, then oops, does that work? Let's see, because Perl we don't have that. Probably let's build that again, because you can never. Also, yeah, this is all the details that you, if you have a PA-RISC and wanna compile it from source and install and stuff, don't get crazy because you wanna install it and it doesn't build without Perl and so on. Yeah, 40 seconds. Do we have, by the way, do we have tmux? Oh, this is an old installation. We have screen. Hey, we have screen. Maybe we should do that in screen then. Just don't want to cancel it in the middle of the config run because it sometimes truncates the config, unfortunately. Maybe, potentially. Yeah, fget here. So I think that doesn't just build for some reason. So screen, also usually we use tmux here, but don't have it there right now. So screen and stuff always good for multiplexing. And what else did we want to do right? We wanted package payload of stone module, and probably we could. We also need to rewrite this a little bit. So what this is doing is a setup to one of that when you install T2 on your PA-RISC playing along at home, that you don't need to fight with this stuff like that. Also, I slightly wonder maybe it needs, actually this is a little bit tricky because at the installer usually you set up the partition stuff and then install, and then you should have already your kernel on that. That is a little bit, yeah, maybe I need to check if etune or E or X, what is it? Tune and flist E2FS procs. Tune, TUFS, can you -o tune a feature away like this? What was it? Resize inode. Did one though, because to have the smoothest install experience, also, yeah, it's chicken egg problem. It certainly makes no sense to. I can't change the whole install procedure just for Hewlett-Packard Precision architecture. So probably it might be better to try to replicate this resize inode thing, which may not be used anymore anyway if you have so many free sectors, and embedding this similar to grub1 and grub2 on x86 here of so many sectors, like 2047 or so, I think I read in the changes. Yeah, it's always something. What this also didn't bit interpreter, so this didn't work. Good that we tested this. Why would this not work? Payload. If at stage cross or not, hello, package installed Perl. If something, does this not work? Yeah, it was, yeah. Not enough scroll. I also wonder why the default scrollback is so short though. But there isn't a error immediately. Yeah, it's a pity that the compiler became so slow. Of course, the people who don't use good old hardware are always like, yeah, YOLO, whatever. Not interested, but in a way, it's, I mean, you're also, oops. So data has already committed some stuff. Yeah, even on x86, what? Okay, this is for other changes. Even on x86, you need a freaking thread ripping, Apex thread ripping AMD Ryzen for halfway decent build times. Do we have? No, we don't have this in there. Maybe that is also a little bit too much package installed. Maybe. I mean, if we want to at stage cross, I mean, if we, maybe this is a little bit too exotic, maybe this is too much code here in, maybe this stuff doesn't pass correctly. Can also just make it 2 lines. Worst case, it's added twice, doesn't hurt. That should definitely work. So, stone module. DC stone. Do we have, so this payload module is already in there. Payload setup. Payload does not appear to be configured. Oh, wait a second. Boot payload. Okay, this is also wrong. This is where we test stuff. Yeah, it's also should unfortunately wait shortly, because otherwise if I edit this file now, then we get this overwritten again. Maybe I should simply not test build it there. You know what? Time for me coffee. Why is this still help man? Why do we always have some? Do we have Perl installed? Ah shit, why do we have that though? Or maybe we tried to previously emerge it and Control C or reboot it? So much to that. Okay, fine, whatever. That probably should do. Let's do here the... yes, also. So I based this on ArcLoad, as you see. So we have here, like, what did we run to payload of? No, do we not have a scrollback history? Crap. Cheers. So payload something. I mean, theoretically we could just try payload, I guess. Okay, payload, whatever. So we need some more stuff, including, so again, this is obviously based on ArcLoad. Also boot pass, so maybe I should have based on something else. Because we need etc, maybe payload conf. So that would be root pass etc. For now. But you see, right, can never have too many bootloaders. It's never boring to support a new one. Create payload conf. Root. Oops. Wherever this IPL is, certainly not the volume header, something of that sort. Maybe we should Google or read the sources how exactly that is booting another day. So, does this have a chance to work better? Maybe. Oh shit, did it? But we just overrode it anyway. So payload. So etc. Oh shit. No, we wiped it. Thank you very much. So much to not looking precisely where we. Yeah. Wow. Wiping our files. Thank you very much. That was really stupid from us. Maybe this thing should actually ask, are you really sure? But yeah, that's what we get for that. create a bootable disk on SDA was the first time installing. So here is, so this is initialize, update your bootloader command line without, so this is command line. And it's somewhat so update without reinstalling it. Format the payload partition with ext4 and install IPL boot within that partition using ext4. Bit blocks requires payload type F0 partition. So we need to, so as far as I remember, so this is partition. So this is the stuff we need in there. So let's generate this also after we've carefully overwritten that. But yeah, I have the feeling I need another clean full installation to properly support this. Also, some of the cameras not the most best auto brightness ISO. No. So mod. The problem is maybe I leave this testing for you even because I don't have, it was already too much time of booting that. And network booting until it works and stuff. By the way, this is super stupid, right? It's a relatively complex bootloader. Doesn't even, the sources do not look too bad except the bugs that we run into, but then they don't support a menu anymore. Perhaps there's some strange editing system, but this is also a 2020 bloody bootloader, only supports one kernel. Can't have their own menu, really. Yeah. It's not like Hewlett Packard, especially Hewlett Packard precision architecture stuff never works, right? So maybe, so we sort this, sort R reverse, because we somehow like, nah. I mean, this thing doesn't have a label, so basically like we could quit here after break out of this loop because label EOT, so this is cutting us, this is okay. So basically this is like if first then otherwise like nothing. We could leave that in there just to iterate over this, just in case of, but doesn't have any effect, obviously. So yeah, we need to output something of, let's maybe payload. What is the first tutorial that comes up? Welcome Danny, welcome everyone else. Yeah, thank you very much. This man page we had ourselves. So yeah, basically we just need one line like that, I guess. It's not amazing, but that's what you get from this bootloader. We, by the way, could shorten that if we don't want so many layers, then it's like if first. Then we have the one level less of indentation. This is also maybe slightly stupid, not sure, does this work, maybe not. This works like that, also with that. Okay, fine. Command line, so I think this was a partition. And we need the kernel here, so for X in, we also need init RD though. Okay, so we need version and version image, version equals v on Linux. Does this work? Oh yeah, I've just remove just removing that, all the rest is a version, okay. Version, then this, and then command line 1 X, this is VM Linux X. What is, what are we booting here? VM Linux, yeah. Root dev. Oops. Root dev. And that would be init rd dash version dot image. I hope that would work. Okay, this is double quote, that doesn't work like that. Let's hope that works like that. So image systems was from arcload, echo this stuff. Yeah, let's see if that does something. Did we not? No, it's mounted. Why do we not have a boot? Oops. Why is boot SDA3? Device for boot, why does this not work? So SED, this stuff, and then SED boot, tail, dev. Oh, this is nothing. Why is this nothing in? Oh, is it not an etcfs type? That is though. What the heck? Something not space P1. Why does this not work? SED not. Oh, this is print substitute. Why is there always some bug? There clearly is /boot inside. Why does SED not work, man? Substitute, not spaces stuff, all before boot. Oh, you know what? Maybe this are. Tabs. Huh. Shit. Not amused. Always something. So that certainly is not super amazing, but basically, so space, I mean, probably like space or tab. Does it work like, oh, also we probably. Okay, that does not work. Okay, maybe for now let's do this and tackle that another day. I hope usually the FS tab stuff doesn't use tabs there. Very theoretically, we even need to remove the device node there. Payload, so that looks better. Create default, so command line. Oh, this is VM Linux twice because we made this something stupid. Because we have here X, so we could use that completely without VM Linux, and then the version only there. And what else did you want it to do? Also there is some ZX in there. So this device for stuff is shared with others, so if this is broken in general, we would need to fix this once and for all. And create default, command line, maybe this works, maybe it doesn't. And install, what happens? Nothing. Probably -U. And maybe this payload -U. Maybe we still need some device here of update partitioned, maybe. Or is that, this one's in, maybe this wanted FSDA here. What would made arrangement rule -U on unformatted non-ext partitions doesn't work yet. Oh. This is really a bootloader from hell. In general, I'm not the most impressed by this bootloader. Only one kernel command line without menu, and who invents this stuff? It's hilarious. Why does it now say? An unformatted non-ext2 partition? Your media does not contain a partition table. What the heck? Does it need here specification which file system again? It's hilarious. VM Linux 5. This is also our wrong kernel. Good that I checked that. This is really hilarious that it needs that again. Format S3. Yeah. This is a really, leave in the comments below how amazing you find this bootloader watching me. It's hardcode 3 here for now. And theoretically this partition we would want to, it's a little bit tricky. Basically, how do we do this is the best? It's basically the hack would be to remove all like part. Yeah. Like get the device like boot dev with or with all the with all that removed, with all the numbers removed. That should usually work, and it's not super extremely 100%, but 99.99% safe. I would say bootdev, and then we would want, so this is actually the prefix, but then we want actually bootdev removed by the path prefix. So actually remove the leading partition type. And then theoretically we want here part, because I thought this was a partition maybe. Let's see, recreate payload-conf. Okay, that didn't work. Part SDA1, okay, that part works, just this removal there doesn't work. Bootdev E is also so much too. It's the usual VI illness. Part 1, so that is better, that works now. And yeah, format S3, so it's a new payload conf. Yeah. So then, let's hope we can still boot. Why does it still not update partitioned? Or does it? Good that we try this excessively. Update partitioned. You know what, we need exactly that here, the boot device minus that. So yeah, how long does it take to test all this stuff? It's like a tiny little bit. Reinstall, did it do something? Payload media management tool, something. Amazing. So user source package payload copy etc stone payload. So fixed payload to build without Perl natively 2, fixed payload to build without Perl natively 2. I think you shortly need to see that. And then also the wrong one. That I need my hotkeys back. And commit also the edit payload stone module. And yeah, if you were wondering, of course, if you see some light shell scripting there and some post-install stuff, it's like, yeah, someone was sitting there some hours and filling the stuff. In my opinion, but leave in the comments below, still more amazing than writing this in C or whatnot. Theoretically, I should reinstall this anyway because this installation is partially broken of last year's enablement. Which camera would that be? Maybe that off. Nice little PA-RISC, so maybe even without that. So then let's test this also. That's the last time not built and not boot of PSAX of secure this SSH and screen. Yeah, probably we might need, or did I, wait a second, maybe I should have used the chance to magic system request. Yeah, where is the USB port? What do we have here? UDEF. This is just plugging this in. Boot system request resetting. Yeah, not power cycling that. So what is our data doing? Test building. So yeah, there's always something also. I need a way more complete test build. A reference build is always a problem, also dependencies always as always. That is a problem also why I automate this with a data bot, because it's super time consuming to update all this stuff and then also change all the dependencies. And there's always something missing, unfortunately, in G-object introspection and Meson. Also, there's a new Meson version. The previous Meson version already didn't cross-build LVM anymore. What is here? This posting the CPU 0 and stuff, which theoretically you may or may just a tiny little bit see there. Oh yeah, continues. So let's boot here, interact with that. Also probably, let's hope that hard booted, I think that looks good. And so that is a kernel, so dev tty0. Let's, I also don't understand why there's always a 0, this is also super annoying. Even this bloody menu is annoying. So, I mean, the bootloader, I'm really sorry to say, I wish it would be amazing, but yeah. So the last time this didn't boot, I think it didn't load any modules, but that is a smaller of all the issues. So do we have, we have terminal. So the question would be if we mod probe here x3, because maybe, what would this be? So cut proc mounts. So we have some stuff mounted. It's ls, so that we don't have ps here, but dev, not dev proc, all exe. What, or is it read link? What was it? Do we have read link? Oops. LSL, so read link failed. So we, maybe the issue is we don't have udev running. I didn't see there. Udev, pdksh. No, I don't see the udev. Why not udev d? Do we have, it's still running now, read link failed, udev d. Apparently there is maybe something, so much to that. Let's see if we can get this manually booted. Dr. Schubert writes, hello, probably late to the stream. Yeah, no worries, thanks for tuning. Just fixed a bug in the alpha emulator fork, so came to look here to see how your PA-RISC work is going. Yeah, so we have the latest bootloader. They fixed upstream some bugs. They had there some file system corruption stuff. And now, we also wrote last night, I prepared it. Now I finished the setup tool 1 shell scripting integration to actually install it after installing a T2 ISO. Now we boot this, so this is already with the latest payload bootloader installed. Just the latest int-rd stuff or udev, there's something strange with whatever, but yeah, regressions, other architectures, something with udev also, I guess. We will see. By the way, you write this alpha emulator. Which alpha emulator? Do you mean QEMU or GXEMU, or what are you working on? That is interesting to hear. And by the way, which SCSI adapter would this be? Let's see, did I already create a hardware entry here at server? Is a server? No, this is probably desktop of HP. Dr. Schubert meant AXP box, which is an unfinished fork of ESP40. That is amazing. So let's see what SCSI adapter do we have here. We have ArcuLogic. That here. Let's cd lib module. So I do this mostly to find out, also not cc, to find out what exactly is broken. So it looks like only something udev maybe, which is not the first time, something of that sort. Would need to drive debug this in another day. So here we have, I hope actually it, what did we want? 53C8. I hope that would be Symbios Logic, this one. Not found. Why not? Okay, the usual stuff of the direction name is named differently than that. Let's see, do we have SD? Apparently not. What else could be Symbios logic? What? Symbios logic NCR. Dr. Schubert writes, glad to hear that the craziness is gone. Well, the craziness is only halfway gone. I still consider it the most unfriendly in bootloader, probably. But I'm really curious to hear who is triggered and who finds it amazing. Why does this driver not work? Which, by the way, proc modules. What do we have here now? Symbios logic use 0. Is there another? SCSI LSI Symbios logic 53896.8. So should this not be that one? Or is it missing? Is it missing firmware? Do we have tail? Tail not found. Do we have grep? Shit, which module did we use previously? F370. And why you usually want. I really wonder why this doesn't work. Do we have still UDEF running, so PDKSH? We actually have multiple UDEF-D running in the meantime. I slightly wonder. 68, 74, 75. Maybe UDEF hangs on something. Somehow this is disappointing. Does this driver needs, do we have mod info? Probably not, huh? Mod info? But we have kmod. Can kmod mod info? What? Manage list load, unload. List load, unload. Maybe I zoom link it. Does it need firmware that it doesn't have? Substitute n. Fun stuff. Okay, then boot to this proc this request. Then let's boot again with a previously known working kernel. So this also doesn't fully boot by itself, but just to double check which bloody module that was. Wonder what it's missing there. Or kernel comp, yeah, could also be kernel option, who knows, whatever. Yep. So yeah, if you're wondering how much new stuff there is quite some. This was it. Revert or updated there. Also here we or posting, in case you're wondering, waiting for the post there. How far are we in? Something, 01. Boot, yes. Because no boot menu, so as I said, somewhat disappointing bootloader, so that we need to menu, we don't have a menu, so 5, that would be 4.7 dist and 4.7 dist image, and I guess it might boot. I really want to know what they're thinking, that you can't have more than one menu. But so many bootloaders. I also was certainly grub to understand super complex recurring theme here of here's some other IDE. Here's Symbios logic, which is it? Symbios logic of doesn't print more verbose. I really wonder what part of, it must probably be UDEF. Nah. So what I will also create over the next year, now that we have a lot of stuff in pretty nicely working order, not perfect as you see, there's always something. And this is the old installation, not the latest. But the old installation is failing mbutils, and diglipsy, the new installation is failing whatever UDEF is. So also, why does the freaking serial terminal sometimes not have input? But mount T better fs def sda3 root fs. Sometimes it is uninitialized, sometimes the other. None move def root fs def proc this change exec switch root fs has been init 3. Yes, I typed this a few times in my life. So which bloody driver is that? Or was this built in? Don't immediately see Symbios logic. Maybe this config had this PA-RISC firmware. No. This so Symbios logic, this was the right driver. Proc name. Why did it not work in the other? Yeah, huge diff. Wonder how fast it would be. So Dr. Schubert wonders how fast it would be to compiling on 1.0 1.1 gigahertz dual CPU Hewlett Packard. So probably similar to the Sunblade, like dual processor Sunblade 1000 I have here. Also there. Back in the day maybe okay, but nowadays, yeah, especially as slow as GCC became. So just if you diff here this stuff, of course, huge differences. As per usual, not sure which config I used the last time. Config PA-RISC, what do we have here? Config cross-compile, default init. GCC, yeah, GCC. What Clang version? IQ table source. Yeah, so this always something I really wonder. So Symbios, this is always something not working. So yeah, previously built in little endian and big endian. What the heck? But that is something. So I mean, nothing really much changed here. I only wonder, maybe we should actually. So yeah, probably yeah, maybe we do that here. Maybe it needs firmware that is not encoded there properly. Who knows? How long are we live streaming? 1:37 also have to go. To really go, at least we have this here in somewhat more sorted order, and a payload module tar let's Linux 5.9z. Maybe I should not have done this verbose, but nah, testing scrolling performance of the world's fastest isolated thing. Driver SCSI, let's see, Symbios Logic 2. By the way, maybe they could also rename this if they don't have the other Symbios Logic anymore. Grab firmware. So, patch routine for firmware 1, 2, 3. Symbios find firmware chip. Symbios firmware is here, by the way. But yeah, recurring theme, also previous video, print freaking error messages, right? Because now I have no idea why this didn't work. Is this just detecting what firmware it is running on, or is it also, I hear something, allocate firmware descriptors, NCR generic load store based. If there's this conf generic support, find the most appropriated firmware for a chip. I have the feeling this is not our MK init RD might not copy a firmware in there if the firmware doesn't have the 53C8XX. Not probe, darn. Yeah, let's see, lib firmware. Do we have Symbios Logic here? No, yes, or Symbios Logic in Nothing. What was it, NCR or something? What the heck is going on here? By the way, until the Linux drivers, the logic drivers derived from the NCR driver that had been ported for the FreeBSD NCR driver. So much to that. Sharing suggestion what is it even trying to do here? Firmware patch. Fill the data in the scripts, bus addresses, firmware setup, firmware fill data. Symbios config generic support. For whatever reason that doesn't work anymore. Just debug the bloody fiber channel stuff. Should we maybe, let's not make experiments shut down. The problem is this. Yep, 2020 until you magic system request reboot your workstation because too many shells and stuff. But yeah, one reboot later. One last look there at whatever is going on there. But there's also a recurring theme. It's super annoying that each time you update something, something breaks. Also annoying drop frames. Also, by the way, that is the wrong camera because no. Why does this not? No, thank you very much. Amazing stuff do we have. Why does this not video capture? It might recover, maybe not. Where is even the other? You get the idea. Anyway. Should we restart OBS in case it fixes the brightness? Reopening the capture setting refixes the brightness. So yeah, I'm totally not sure what's going on here. We had this Symbios Logic 5.3. By the firmware, what do we have here? But yeah, just the QLogic stuff for other octanes. Doesn't help us much here. Maybe the problem is we don't have, or do have, why, by the way, did I not package dmask in there if available? because I can't, maybe we check that here, because that is, if we have there something with our job control that doesn't return nicely, we are done. So proc k-risk, or y is here. That does not work, the other. Actually, we could simply run k-mask. What did I not k-mask? K-mask, what is this? Because yes, you see that continues with cut. And maybe SED also, SED just print. Yeah, this is why I don't want to run it here. Also wonder why I thought I put dmask in there if, or does, maybe dmask didn't. Maybe dmask doesn't build with something in MPutils. Maybe I should completely not use MPutils. Not diatlibc, then where dmask removal, thank you very much. Or can we okay, that works. Then cut proc, need to be a little bit creative. Why is this so shitty now? What? I have the feeling we messed here something seriously up. Okay, maybe running cut like that was not the best idea. Darn it. Yeah, so much to that fun. Obviously, it would be best if our kernel works, otherwise a little bit imperfect publishing some ISO that doesn't boot properly with the SCSI controller. Let's try getting there some info out one last time, and then we call it a day. So do we have the second camera back? Oh, we have the second camera back. A little bit milk foam. Also, yeah, so one thing we could do is also add the verbose. We patch the kernel to be silent by default. So we could say for verbose, I think might work. This is so stupid that there's a 0. I probably need to check if we can patch this away. 2020, you need to patch the most annoying bootloader thing to be less annoying. But this time I will simply, if this doesn't give us some verbose something, then let's just cat proc kernel message. Yeah, it will not allow us to continue something with a job control, but do we get any hint? Why this stuff doesn't work? SCSI, get nothing. Why do we get nothing? Yeah, so very little scroll back. Found devices, what do we have here? PCR bridges. Power switch. At least the power switch works. SCSI. Serial, most of RTC. Running init. That is, to be honest, somewhat bizarre that we get there nothing. Not really quite sure what's going on there. So yeah, something unfortunately you think you're finally done, and then your kernel doesn't work anymore. Whatever is there with that. So yes, more debugging have to go though. As always, running your own distribution, in case you're wondering, is it a good idea to run your own Linux distribution? Probably just use T2 because some unsuccessful idiot was already debugging through all this stuff. That's it for today. Only live system sys request reboot here, and I hope you learned something, including not to echo B into your running video live streaming workstation. And yeah, have a good day, evening, night, and I hope to see you soon for next videos and live streams to come.